같이 점심 먹어도 돼요?
저 좀 멀리 가는데요.
괜찮아요.
A young woman working at a call center voluntarily avoids everyone around her, choosing to live and work in solitude. She's good at her job and better at living alone, but the world is starting to demand her attention. Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to the Watchlist. Today, I'm reviewing the film Aloners, directed by Hong Sung-un. The film was released in 2021, and it's all about the spirit of isolation, that growing, worsening, multi-generational loneliness epidemic that seems to be impacting all of us. Time and space operate differently for lonely people. They might be more observant in some respects, but the breadth of their view betrays any hope of emotional depth in their interactions. In Aloners, Gina's skillful aloofness towards people makes her a bit of a spectral observer in the world around her, as if she's interacting with the world behind a glass pane. She has mechanical, transactional relationships with her customers at her call center job. She eats and smokes alone. Her cell phone and TV offer her company as she falls asleep. While she might seem content, even masterful, in this degree of isolation, the walls that protect her also stunt her growth. This insular way of living raises tensions in the relationships that she hasn't taken time to understand, nurture, or develop. We see her get boxed in by all of the people around her as well. There's her father that's grieving a death in the family. There is her overbearing boss at her job. And probably most insufferably for her, there is an overly friendly and clingy new hire that she has to train named Soo-jin. The film explores the maladaptive ways that Gina manages these relationships. Take, for example, the ways that she spies on her father, again from that distant plane where she can observe without being seen. As a former call center agent, I may have especially taken to the film's themes of self-isolation and self-imposed solitude. It also makes me wonder if a more socially well-adjusted person would be as sympathetic to Gina as I was. A lot of praise goes to Gong Sung-yoon, as she has the lion's share of the work to make Gina sympathetic despite the character's cold and outwardly dismissive behavior. The film's measured and cold atmosphere does a lot of legwork to match her demeanor. There's a lot of cool blues and grays in every image, lending to the film's overall personality. Everything feels a bit claustrophobic, a bit uncomfortable to look at, even when Gina is alone in her room, in her private fortress. The film might be a turnoff for some people that haven't been in Gina's headspace before, and I wonder if that's exposed in the ending to the film. It seems like the filmmakers were less confident that Gina was going to win everyone over as she was, so the ending wraps things up a bit too neatly. It implies a happier ending on the horizon when maybe one isn't deserved just yet. Gina might have a bit more growing to do outside of the film before she gets that happy ending that the film seems to be alluding to. But even considering that, Aloners still reckons with the burgeoning reality that noise is consuming more of our lives by the day, with the sounds of phones and screens replacing the chatter of human interaction. Gina's experience might be more universal than ever before. So that was Aloners. I am very grateful that I finally caught up with this film, and I'm especially grateful that I can cross it off of my watch list. If you've seen the film or plan to see it, let me know your thoughts, and thank you again for watching.